Alrighty. So, I got a new marker. Let's go. So find the exact value of cosine of 205 degrees times cosine of 70 degrees plus sine of 205 degrees times sine of 70 degrees. So, this one is very easy. This video is going to be like less than 3 minutes, 100%. All you need to know is the trigonometric sum slash difference formulas. For example, right, sine of s plus t, and you can search this up on Google, is equal to sine of s times cosine of t plus cosine of s times sine of t. Honestly, it's not that difficult. And then, sine of s minus t is this, except just subtract, and then, cosine of s minus t equals, now cosine is a little bit weird. Sine is just this, except plus is for plus and minus is for minus. Cosine of s plus t, though, is cosine of s times cosine of t. And it's weird. It's, even though it's plus, you're going to actually subtract cosine of, or no, sine, my bad, sine of s times sine of t. It's weird. And then cosine, for the relevance to this equation, cosine of s minus t is cosine of s times cosine of t plus sine of s times sine of t. And you need to make sure, I've seen this a lot, especially with, when I'm taking a quiz, I see a person, oh, I know this, but I don't know this. Now, how is that even possible? I don't even know. But just make sure you know all of it. Like, know this, be able to remember this, and be able to remember this. If you remember this, you should know this, to be honest. But I just want to reiterate just in case. So you must know these trigonometry. There is also stuff for tan, like tan of s plus t is the tan of t, tan of s times tan of t, all over 1 minus tan, 1 minus, or no, wait. Yeah, 1 minus tan s times tan t. Now that may be wrong. No, it's right. I'm 100%. So, and the reason why this will help you solve this is you have to see, do you see a similarity? I'll give you like 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 7. Anyways, so cosine times cosine plus sine times sine is the same thing as cosine of s minus t. Cosine times cosine plus sine times sine. So all it is cosine of s minus t. And remember, the s is where the degrees are. So if it's cosine of s minus t, you just do cosine of 205 minus 70, right? And then if you have a calculator, do the calculator, but you can do it to the side if you need to. 205 minus 70 is just 5, and then do 10, and then 1, and then 3, and then 1. 135, right? So it's 135 degrees. So this is the same thing as cosine of 135 degrees. And then now it's simple. You should know this. Now, if you have the unit circle memorized, it's easy. I do not. I have a different method, although I will eventually be memorizing the whole unit circle because that is way easier and it saves you time. But cosine of 135, all you got to do is find its reference angle. So 135 is in which quadrant? You should at least know that, right? You should know that this is 0, 90, 180, 270, and, once you go back around 360, right? You should know that. All it is 9, 18, 27. So you're multiplying by 2, so 0 to 99. So 9 times 2, 18, times 2, 27. So all you're going to do is be like, okay, where's 135? 135, okay, that's got to be here, right? Because 90 between 180 and 135. So it's probably going to be like, I don't know, somewhere here. So now if you're very accurate with how you draw it, you could probably guess which one it is, but don't do that. So all you're going to do is, because it's in the second quadrant, you do 180 minus whatever angle. Third quadrant, 270, or wait, no. You do the angle minus 180. If it's in the third, you do 360 minus the angle. So here 180, so you just have to do 180 minus 135, right? Do the 10, 7, 5, 4, 0. 45 degrees, right? The reference angle is 45. That's easy. What is cosine of 45? Root 2 over 2. So cosine of 135. Now you have to remember though, which quadrant is it in? Because that's going to say if it's negative or positive. 135, all students, only sine and or cosecant are positive in the second quadrant. So that means that this is going to be a negative. And that is the answer. Let me double check just to make sure. Yep, negative root 2 over 2. And that is how you do it. Again, I just want to emphasize you must know these. Honestly, memorizing formulas is not difficult. You just have to repeat it throughout your day. When you're eating breakfast, just think about it. When you're working out, just think about it once. Like if you think about it more and more and more and more, your mind will it'll just eventually remember it. Or even have a flashcard. Literally, just look at it, try to remember it. Oh, I remembered it. Maybe wait a couple seconds, look at it, try to remember it. Wait a couple seconds, try to remember it without looking at it. If you can't, then restart the process. That's it. But yeah, that's about it. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.